Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome. If this is your first time, I would greatly appreciate it if you appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. It's a great day to be here. Sunday, I'm trying to go for, or at least this Sunday anyway, a give back type of a thing. And that's where I'm doing crafting and crafting with a cause, giving back what I've taken my time and my energy making and being able to gift that to somebody else. So I've been working on blankets for Camp Boggy Creek, and they have already, I think if they're not already delivered, they'll be delivered very soon. Okay. So this is blankets that are going for donation for very, very sick kids. And hey, if this is your first time hearing about it, by all means, you have not missed out. It is okay. So they will be collecting blankets starting again August. So definitely make your blankets, knit, crochet, woven, doesn't matter, 35 to 40 inches wide and 40 to 50 inches long, and start making them, collecting them now. Make one a month, make one every 3 months. You do your schedule, whatever fits in. That is totally fine. So I'm working on those, and I'm going to probably slow down some as I do other things. You know how that goes. And then I'll ramp back up as it gets closer to August. You know, might as well have fun. And I'm going to go into other directions of giving, but that doesn't mean I'm not still working on things. One of them that I wanted to go into, and I brought it up in the past, is the knitted knockers. And that is breast prosthesis for women who have had mastectomies. And that way they can put this like little stuffed thing in their bra. If they've had a single mastectomy, there you go. It'll make them even out. If they've had a double, pick your size, then your clothes still fit, right? Because hey, let's face it, our clothes, they're designed for bumpy bits, and those bumpy bits aren't there. They don't fit right. So I'm looking at doing those. And then I was, just before I turned on the camera, going around and just trying to tear up my room right here. You know, I mean, I got yarns, right? I have stuff. And I'm like, I know I have some of the yarn that's on the list. So Knitted Knockers is an organization. You can, if you know somebody who needs some, by all means, just give it to them directly. If not, and you want to be helpful, Knitted Knockers, what is it? knittedknockers.org. I'll have that listed down below. There's also a yarn list. You can crochet or you can knit the prosthetic devices. And they're looking for yarns that are going to be less irritating to the scar tissue and everything for the breast where the breast was removed. Okay, well, you would think I have some appropriate yarn for said thing, or you know, not just the yarn, it's a color kind of a situation. So I'm looking through the list and I'm like, bamboo pop. I have bamboo pop. I have quite a bit of that. Look, you know, who wants a purple one? Maybe, maybe not. Who wants this one? No. This looks like it's, yeah, that's a green. That's actually pretty much a green. It doesn't kind of, yeah, it really is. How about this? Do I have anything? I mean, I have a lot of yarn. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I know I bought a skein of the Barocco Modern Cotton DK in a more neutral color. And they even have listed here on what they considered the neutral colors, right? They're generally the white, cream, beige, and sand. The dark neutral, that's for the light neutral. And the dark neutrals include black, brown, dark beige, no blues or other colors like that for the neutral colors. If you want to use these crazy colors, make them on the underside that's touching the woman as opposed to the outer side. They don't get a lot of requests for the super bright colors. You know, so I'm looking through all my stuff. Comfy Cotton from Knit Picks Fingering is one of them. I have Knit Pick Shine. I have Cotlin. I don't have the Comfy Cotton. Okay, fine. You know, and I'm looking through the list on the different things, and Cascade Cherub DK. Oh, I've got that. Really, really bright, audacious colors. So won't be using that. So I am just tearing up the room because I know I have a neutral color in the cotton DK from Barocco, because I know I've shown it to you before. I know I have. I know it. And it was already wound and it was ready to cast on, and I'm excited. Now I'd like to do those. For one, they're smaller than working on my blankets, right? So then I can feel like I have a little bit more of a sense of accomplishment. You know, you got to sprinkle your smaller projects in with your bigger projects. And I didn't start any bigger projects for quite some time. And I really, really wanted to. And you know what that meant? The dam broke. And I started a lot of big projects all at once. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of logic in that, but that's what I did. Yes, it is. So now, because I've done that, I'm kind of looking for a couple of smaller things to sprinkle in and still be helpful. I mean, I've got my blanket. Yeah, I like my blanket, and it is growing. It's growing. It's getting bigger, right? You know, I mean, this is where I was at last time. I hadn't gotten to the purple, and it's like 28 inches by 31, so it's growing. I've got well over 400 stitches per round now, so each round takes a bit longer, you know, and I'd like to do something that maybe I could feel like I got something done, right? Well, I was about ready to just call it a day. Oh, I was still going to come on and tell you about it, but I wasn't worried about finding that one errant skein of yarn in my room, because I could have put it in a box. Or shoved it behind one of the other rows of yarn. You know, like I expected it to be in the front, because I remembered that I had it caked up and it was like sitting on the front of one of the things. And it was at one point, and then I moved it, probably after I showed it to everyone. Bottom shelf in the corner. Yes! I found it. There you go. I got it. So this is the Barocco Modern DK. Let's read the specs on it. It's one that is, if you're going through the organization, it's one that they say, yes, please use this yarn. They have different yarns, and they have the patterns for crochet and knit. This is Modern Cotton DK, Barocco.com. This is 335 yards, 100 grams. It's a 60% Pima cotton and 40% Modal rayon. And it suggests using size 5 knitting needles or a size D crochet hook. So you know what's not lost on me? There was a little while ago where I had gone to the Goodwill in my town, and I hadn't gone in quite some time. I was meeting my daughter-in-law there, and somebody cleaned out Nana's stash. I'm not gonna lie, someone's grandma had their stash cleaned out, and it was all at the Goodwill, and I was quite the beneficiary of that. And I just went for, there were a lot of wools, and there was silk, and there was all sorts of really nice things. They also had some of the modern cotton. I do remember that, and they were like $3 a skein, and I didn't get the cottons. I think I might have got 2 cottons, Juniper Moon and something else, but it was more by accident. I didn't want the cottons, and now I'm kind of giggling at myself because, hey, guess what? I believe a couple of those were like a light pink that might have worked. I don't really know, but either way, it's somebody else got blessed. I'm just going to leave it like that. Someone else got blessed, and they were able to get those. So I do have the one. I'm excited. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast on. I don't know what size. I was thinking maybe a B or a C. You know, I think probably a C cup. We'll see how big it gets. And I'll make a pair, and we'll see how I go from there and how many of those that I make. But it's nice to be able to make things and be able to give them to somebody, whether it's personally giving them if you happen to know somebody that's in a situation that they would need something like this, or you can mail them. And the website, I'll link that. The website does have the information on where you can mail them. And if you're lucky enough to be close by different local yarn stores, they'll collect them. There are multiple of them. We do have one in state. I'm in Colorado, Piney Creek Yarn, and they do collect them and send them off. So they do multiple charitable collections with their store, and I think that's wonderful. So if you're blessed enough to have a yarn store local, see what they're donating to. If you're so inclined, you don't have to, but if you're inclined to, spend a little bit of time, pray into your whatever it is you're making, your healing, your love, your energies, however you want to term it, and you'll feel better. And I like to feel like when I'm making things that I know I'm giving away and I do these things, I in my being, I feel the person can feel that. I really do. And that's my thing. So I'm going to be going from the blankets, continuing on with those, and moving into making some breast pieces because they're a little bit smaller, a little bit easier. Feel like I can get something accomplished with that. And that's not to say I'm not doing all the blankets and stuff. You know, I still have this working on. I just started. This is a blanket square, and I'm working on that. Oh, you want to see it? Did I tease you? Did I tease you? Oh, what does that look like, an edge? Oh my, does that look like an edge? Does it look like I could have actually finished the square? Huh. Yeah. Look at that. Yes, I did. Look at all of that massive texture. That is absolutely crazy. This, I'll have that link down below too. This was a free pattern and it has gone to a paid pattern. It does have a lot of texture on it. I'm going to see if I can block it and see if I can flatten it a little bit. But if not, I don't really care. I mean, that's what drew me to this. But this is going to go towards my blankets. It's about 16 inches unblocked, squared. So we'll see. We'll see how many of those I get to put together. And I like the idea of doing the square. It is, yes, it is finished. And each square is its own unique project that is finished, right? Yes. And I'll be able to sew some of those together and everything and ultimately gift that to someone. And, you know, I do a lot of crafting. And I think the things that I like the most are the ones that I make with the intention of giving to somebody else. So let me know if that's what you do. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe I'm the oddball out. I'm good with that though. It's just, that's how that works. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody go. It's been a long day for me. You know how that goes. And yeah, I'm going to go sit with my yarn and quietly contemplate and see what I'm going to work on next. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.